There's a place in my house called Agba. That's the place they flog you.
The beating house.
Whenever you misbehave. So,
you won't believe this guy actually went to his room.
Pack his Ghana was
packed his bag that he wanted to leave.
We started playing the ball in the compound, but all of a sudden we decided to go and play the ball in the bedroom. And he now plugged the wire to light and took the wire to his teeth.
What's your name? I said my name is Uneku. He now said that you should be adding God.
He now said in the gala that Emma made you like the corner, which means if you don't kill that snake, I'll cut your head off.
Okay, so happy Father's Day, everybody.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Yes, before now, on Father's Day used to be like the most painful days. And when everybody's doing Happy Father's Day, posting their dads, is always very painful.
Yeah.
But because the Lord Almighty has healed us very well, we have decided to do Code 103 for our Father's Day.
Code 103.
When you watch the movie, you will understand what Code 103 is and why it should be a code that you apply to your life.
Exactly.
So in doing Code 103 for Father's Day, my brother and I have decided that we're going to reflect on some of the fun, exciting and funny things that we remember about our dad. For those who don't know, we lost our dad 5 years ago. And it's been a journey since then. We'll talk about that in another video. So let's begin from Theo, because Theo probably had the funniest moments with that. So go ahead.
Okay, well done, everybody. So I'll be giving few funny experiences I had with my dad. And growing up, my dad was a very strict person. So my dad was a fun to be person, but he was a very strict person. So I remember some years back, he bought I and my kid brother a football. So and our compound was a very large compound, like we had enough space. The space was more than 2 football fields. But I remember that time we started playing the ball in the compound, but all of a sudden we decided to go and play the ball in the bedroom. Then, as we were playing the ball one day in the bedroom, we broke one of the windows and we started waiting for my dad to come home. So while he came home, he looked at us and said, "No problem, you people should go and wait for me. There's a place in my house called Agba." That's the place they flog you.
That's the beating house.
Whenever you misbehave. So we went and wore, me and my brother went and wore plenty trousers. I went and lied down in the place. I started waiting. Then God saved us. One elder came from the church and to visit my dad, and that is how he pleaded, and my dad forgave us. The next week again, we still went to, the window was replaced. We still went into that same room. And we're still playing football.
And it will always be surprising because we had a big compound. So for some reasons, these boys would prefer either the sitting room or the bedroom to play football.
So another experience was when we parked to our new apartment. So we built a new house and we parked inside. So we had curtains, new curtains.
No, that's for me to tell. Okay. That's my story. Because that's the experience I wanted to share. So we got into a new compound and my dad bought a lot of new curtains and hung them. So I don't know who did the hanging, because if you want to pass,
the curtain will fall down.
Just pass, curtain will fall down. So the curtains we were tiny, so of course you cannot go and mount the curtain when they fall. So he has to do the work. He now warned us that if curtain falls in anybody's hand, the person should back out of the house. So that day, we were, is it the one that Ephraim wanted to pass?
Okay, Ephraim wanted to pass. And he started crying.
We were, everything was okay. My little brother now wanted to pass the curtain and the curtain fell on him. He started crying because he said they
He's
said he
already
should
ready
pack out of
to
the
pack out of the house.
You won't believe this guy actually went to his room.
To pack his Ghana must go.
I packed his bag that he wanted to leave. Then for me, I kept passing that place when my dad was not sitting on the couch. I was passing, it was normal. Until the day my dad now sat down on the couch in the sitting room, just for me to pass through that sitting room curtain, the thing fell down. I didn't know whether I should run, I should cry. Ah no, that curtain thing, it was like evil spirit.
Oh, it was too bad.
So
Another one was one day my dad, we had this at that time, since it was very long time ago, so we had these satellites that always used to misbehave. So most times we need to tune it. I don't know how they call it. So we need to tune it before it brings signal. So my dad will say, okay, come and tune this thing for me, and me and my brother will misbehave. He will not want to come and tune it because we will be angry. Then my dad now sat down on the long chair and was telling us, say, this thing, you think I don't know how to do it? That me, I know how to do it. That everything in this house, I know how to do it. And because I know how to do it, you people are making face for me. I don't need any of you to help me. So stay where you are staying and watch me, I'll do it. So he was repairing it. Then he now plugged the wire to light and took the wire to his teeth. And there was a sharp shock. And my dad flying into the chair.
He was onto the couch. And you know that kind of awkward moment, nobody can laugh.
So we're all looking.
Until you run away from there before you can laugh. Which other funny experience have I had? I remember I was a very stubborn child, so my dad would flog me and tire. So one day like that, he flogged me, now knelt me down. Then one uncle came, and then that one was supposed to help. He now said, what's your name? I said, my name is Uneku. He now said that you should be adding God. Because the full name is supposed to be Unekojo. He said, from this point, you need to be burying your full name, because this one you are not putting God inside. Maybe that's why you are just so stubborn. And he made my dad to flog me more, because that analogy was not even helping at all.
So there was a time we were clearing grass. So there was a part of our compound we used for gardening. So we used to plant maize and all those things. So one evening, my dad called me. He used to call me with my short name, Tio. So I came out. He was carrying 2 cutlasses. He gave me one and said it's time to. And then I don't see snakes normally. Like we don't see those kind of things around. So we're clearing grass. All of a sudden, a snake jumped out from the bush. So I threw my cutlass away.
You threw cutlass?
I started running. He now said in Igala that Emma Major which means if you don't kill that snake, I'll cut your head off. And by then I've already run out of the compound. My head, oh God. By then I've already run outside the compound. So the snake now went and stayed. The snake went and stayed in our we had a big gen then, a lister generator for water pumping. So the snake went and stayed there. So we went and called one of our neighbor, one man. So the man came. So we were all contemplating, how do we kill this snake? So all of us were carrying sticks. Then we had our dog was now barking for the snake, was getting closer to the snake, closer. All of a sudden, the snake just charged at the dog, and the dog ran out, and all of us threw the stick away.
Did they cut your head eventually?
And we picked this.
Or do you remember that one? Our cat, I don't even know. They wanted to give.
Okay, the cat gave birth.
The cat gave birth. We had lots of cats. So one now gave birth. And then somebody had asked that they needed cats. So my father had agreed. So the person came to the house and now put the cat in bag
nylon
for the woman to go with. How did the mother now find out?
As the man, it was one man,
Okay, it
one
was
of
a
my
man.
father's friends. So he came around and the cat was given to him. So the cat was now shouting, meow, meow,
Inside the nylon.
So the mother was looking for the child and he didn't know. So he watched as the voice keep dying until the voice left. So the mother was angry in the afternoon that one of the child is missing. So at night, one of my father's close friends came around.
That he wants cat again.
No, he didn't want cat. They were gisting outside. So while they were trying to arrange their shares, then the share now hit the leg of one of the cats, and the cat shouted.
Another baby of the cat.
So and the mother thought they want to carry. So the mother was outside the gate when he heard the shout. The mother flied through into the compound and started spitting at my dad
and his friend.
And he said the two of them now climb onto something and they said, please bring cutlass, bring cutlass.
So that they will end the life of the cat.
Another experience I had, which was because I had a whole lot of experience. I was when I was in primary 3 or so. So then my sister used to say, since they used to kidnap children, let's change our names. So she will be bearing Blessing and I will be bearing Sunday.
So, and he worked out. I mean, you are Theophilus. So imagine your second name was Sunday. You will be Theophilus Sunday. Theophilus Sunday second.
So I went to school. So we're writing exam that period. So when they say name, we used to write name and class number then. So I was like number 35 or so in the class. So I will now write my name, Theophilus Sunday Ochigo. Then I write number 35. That was in some papers. Then some papers I'll write Theophilus S Ochigo. Yes, and those days, my father was so strict that if you take second position, you are in trouble. So in school you must take first.
And then all your papers
must be complete.
Your exam,
your test,
you must bring everything
home.
And he will see the score written on it. That's how we came back from
That's
school.
I came by.
We agreed to change names for people so that they will not kidnap us in our own small baby sense. I did not tell Theo to go and use it in school. So when they brought the paper to daddy.
So my daddy was looking at it. He first saw the first one, Theophilus Yoshi, but that was correct. So he saw the second one, I said Theophilus S. So he said, what is the meaning? I said, no, that is not S, that is you. He said, no, my eyes can see. This cannot be you. He opened the next one, the same thing, S. But then he said, you down here first, let me be seen properly. Then he opened the last one and saw Theophilus fully. Theophilus Sunday Ochigo. He said, where did you carry Sunday from? How did you add Sunday
to your name? The guy chop cane. Me, I don't even know. I could not say, oh, we changed the name to Blessing. But me, I not put Blessing in my name. It was just for people.
Another funny experience I
will give one before you go. See, he has more funny experiences than I do. So when we wanted to buy a shirt for Theo. So
that's what I wanted to say.
So they said I should follow him as my big sister. I went to the market. We looked for shirt we not see. We now saw one that looked like designers. It was nice. We now bought that shirt. And then we came home. And my dad said he should wear it. He now wore it. It was nice. When he now turned, my dad said he should turn. When he turned,
what is written at the back?
What is written at the back is smoking fag. And the picture of somebody with cigarettes. So my dad said, what is this? We say it's nothing. He almost flogged the life out of two of us that day. He said, right now, go back to that market and change the clothes. And that was actually how we did. We had to go back at our own expense because he did not give us transport. So go and beg the Igbo man that we cannot buy this shirt. We need another one, And the guy was saying, it's just an inscription now. I'm thinking about it now. I'm wondering that imagine you are now wearing a shirt as a pastor that you are, and behind it is somebody with cigarettes written on it, smoking fag. So all these inscriptions that are written on shirts, they have meaning. Like powerful. The one I'm wearing now, code 103. Forget not all its benefits. Powerful, not smoking fag or whatever.
Or when those shirts, like my money grows like grass. Those days, I'm a keep.
I had my money grows like grass, and I really liked it because I like money, so it was like prophecy. But yeah, those are my keep all those. I don't know what those ones meant. I didn't wear them up to today though. Whenever I want to buy a shirt, I'm always careful. I check the front, the back. I want to be sure the scriptures written on it. And it's so in my consciousness that anytime I see young boys with shirts with different inscriptions, I'm wondering, are they aware that this thing, some people's shirts will have this call and knife and dagger and all that. Why are you wearing? Well,
it's choices. So we have had a whole lot of.
Do you still have any other one?
I remember I've a whole lot of funny experiences.
We have.
When I was younger, so we used to barb skin then. Like we used to barb, our hair used to be barbed skin. So that day I went to the salon to barb. So for the first time I said, let me barb hairstyle. So I barbed, I don't know the name, they call it Galax. No, Galax.
Oh,
that time. So I said, Baba, barb me Galax. And the Baba knows my dad. So he said, I should barb you Galax because he came and I said, bro, barb me Galax because I'm the one that came today by myself. And the bro said, no problem. So he barbed me Galax and I came home. My dad was not around, so I was still chilling with my Galax and people were like, this is good, you are not barbing mono again. I said, yes, I've grown. And my dad came home and saw me. He said, why are you looking like people that beat drum for the dust? It was late in the night, like 7. He said,
beat drums for the
you look like people that Manu Bangé, but go on. You look like people that beat drums for the dust. He said immediately, go back. That was how I went back to the salon that night.
And you cut it off.
And I had to go and barb that hair.
I've had similar experiences. What were you saying?
I said when the barber saw me and I came back, I said, Oga, just slow it small. He said, I told you. I said, just low am, bros.
Me too. When I was in school, my dad is of this notion that hair used to cause distraction, so I should focus on school and everything. That have I seen what's her name, Obi Ezekwesili, all these women that he wants me to become a serious woman in life and all that. So I wasn't making my hair, and that's, if you know me till now, I still don't enjoy making hair because of those. So anyway, the cocoa is I went to school that day, and it was done last week after exams, where you people don't have anything to do. And then I don't know how they convinced me. They say, Grace, let's do this your hair for you now. So I sat down there, they now made the hair for me. I think this tomato is what they call it. So they made it, and me, I was so happy. I was coming home with tomato on my head. Do you know that as soon as daddy saw it, he said, straight, go and get it off. That's how to the salon. And now, they've done tomato on the short hair and they need me to scrape it. So eventually the thing was scraped in a way that my whole skull was. When I got to school the next day, I used berets to cover my hair. They were asking I should remove the beret, let them see the hair they made yesterday. I said, you people don't know who my father is.
So it was great.
What about that one that your colleague said, oh, your hair has grown, let them help you to braid it?
Oh, I was in one level then, so we're just at the hostel and we're playing. So that day, normally me and my friends in the hostel, we always used to exploit so many funny things in 100 level time. I'm being a new person in school, so I was just there braiding. So my hair was braided actually, so now it was looking fine. I even took some pictures and I was looking very, very handsome. Then all of a sudden my phone started ringing. I said, who is calling me? I said, it's my dad. So I picked the call. He said, I said, yes. He said, where are you? I said, I'm in school, I'm in hostel. He said, come and meet me in Zenith Bank. I want to give you money. I said, and I can't say I'm in lecture because this is money matter. So I needed to go. So I looked for a head warmer.
You know what?
And I shook it on my head and I took bike. I arrived at that place. And my dad came, one of his friends. That man. They came together and while we were talking, my dad said, how are you doing? I said, I'm okay. He said, he came around. So he said, let him see me. And I said, okay, thank you. So I was trying to make the conversation fast so that I can go. And then the man looked at me and said, but there's no code. Why are you wearing cap?
Say it in Igala.
Yaka Avukpana Oye not Ajia. I said that I've been cold since morning. That's why.
Imagine he had made daddy to say he should remove that cap. He would have been dead.
So it was growing up was really.
We had a lot of fun moments. Really, let's say this is part one. We'll regroup and do another part of some of the things we remember about my dad. But I'm not going to stop without sharing one particular one. So this one is not funny. This one just try to talk about the sacrifices that parents make. We used to live in our own house. Then my dad wanted to convert that house to something else, I think a school. And so he had to start another project of building another house. And so he had built this house to completion. I think what was left is maybe to put tile or those kind of things that some people even do it when they have moved into the house if they don't have an option. That's how I had issues in school they were delaying accreditation. I had spent some time in school and it was just taking forever. Then I told my dad that the only option now is probably for me to go to a private school. But private schools are expensive. How do we want to do it? And guess what my dad said to me? He said, well, let's go to the new site. So we went to the new site. He was showing me things, showing me the level the project had gotten to and all of that. And then he now said that what he's thinking is to put this new site to sell. He'll put it on sale so that whoever buys it and pays, he'll pay both. He'll sell both the land, the house
and everything,
and then he'll put the money in a fixed deposit so that it will be recurring gain for me to use for the school, even if I want to do it in private school anywhere. That night I went home. I was just crying. I'm like, God, please, I don't want my dad to sell his sweat. I want you to find a way for me with this whole school thing. I don't want my dad to sell house that he has been building for. And God actually came through. But that particular statement actually, showed to me that fathers they will not mind inconveniencing themselves. My dad inconvenienced himself. It took till he died for us to have an idea the weight that he was carrying for us. For us, it was fun and games. We didn't have any issues. We have not looked for food. We've not begging. Do you understand? We've not had any external family influence. Everything was just going smoothly until he left. We now saw that this man was covering us and sheltering us from a lot of things. And every day we still miss him. We think about him sometimes. We still talk, we cry and all of that. But we have decided to code 103 my father, and that is what we are currently doing, and that's what we have done, right? Code 103. Code 103.
We are happy. I thank God for my dad. I remember when I was in school then, anytime I just call him, if you need money and you call him, when he tell you how are you and you say fine, you say what is the problem, you say it's money, or you say okay, you drop the call. In the next 5 to 10 minutes you will receive a lot
from my mom.
From my mom, because my mom was the treasurer.
Yeah, my mom is the treasurer.
He will receive. So I always keep thinking about it, and so most times he says some things, and even down that he's late, and we are always thinking about the sacrifice and things he has done, and they are part of the things that have helped me particularly to have this confidence that yes, we are on the right path.
In my first university, whenever my dad comes to visit, I know that God has done it for me, because once he sees that you've lost 1 kilo of weight, what is happening? Are you not eating? What happened to your money? Before you know it, you make them to send food. They'll send food all the way from our house to school. You give me cash. He just wants us. He just wanted us to be as comfortable, as happy. And then there's this thing that he kept saying, any investment my dad is making, he will be saying it is for my mom and her children to enjoy. Abi?
Yes.
Every investment, he'll say, hey, she will come there now. Something like that. As though he could see the future, that he may not live long enough to. And I wish Sometimes the plans that I had for my dad, but
One time my dad said he will buy a private jet and we're all happy. We said yes. He said no matter how it is that in this Nigeria that he must buy a private jet. And truly I was telling someone just few days ago, I was doing some recaps on my dad's life, and I said that's what my dad said. He said we'll buy private jet. I said but now the vision is on us, because everything he said, it must come to pass, because the vision is for an appointed time. So even if it tarry, the Bible says wait for it. So
it will not tarry.
We are waiting.
We are working. We're doing great. So we thank God. We thank God. 5 years, God has been faithful.
God has been faithful,
God has
up and
been
down,
faithful.
a whole lot of things.
A lot of up and down. So
we give
don't
God
want
the
to.
glory.
One day we'll recall, but now we are here to just share funny moments. I hope that you laughed, and I hope that you will tell us your favorite part of this whole stuff. And I really hope that we are going to be able to keep doing like this siblings corner thing once in a while. Hope our schedule will permit. All right, so we're signing out.
So God bless you. So thank you so much. I'll make sure you subscribe to
our YouTube channel.
And have a wonderful time.
Bye.